So before we start, comment your height, because by the end of this video, we'll see how accurately science predicts your life. Not your personality, not your future, but things like what sports you're naturally built for, how strangers judge you, what health risks you're more likely to face, whether you're more likely to become a CEO, and even which everyday problems you'll probably never escape. And trust me, being taller isn't always better. So if you're around 5'3", congratulations. You were practically built for sports that reward agility over size. Think gymnastics, rock climbing, horse racing, martial arts in lighter weight classes. A lower center of gravity means better balance, quicker direction changes, and often more efficient movement. That's why you'll rarely see a 6'5" Olympic gymnast. Also, people often perceive shorter people as more approachable and less intimidating. This can actually help in careers where trust and communication matter. But there are some downsides, like leadership bias still exists, and even studies show taller candidates are often assumed to be more authoritative before they've even spoken. Now this is where things get interesting. You're close to the global average. Sports like football, cricket, tennis, combat sports are part of your domain expansion. This height offers a balance between speed, strength, and endurance. You rarely stand out because of your height. Oddly enough, that can be an advantage. People tend to judge you more by your actions than by your physical presence. This might be the statistical sweet spot. Multiple studies suggest this range performs especially well in dating preferences because people in this range are tall enough to be perceived as protective and not so tall that everyday life becomes inconvenient. Research also considers this spot a height premium because on average, taller people often earn more and are more likely to be perceived as leaders. Not because height makes you smarter, but because our brains still associate height with authority. It's an unconscious bias. As for your physical factor, football, baseball, swimming, athletics. These are your most advantageous sports to build a career. Many elite athletes in mixed skill sports fall somewhere in this range. Now you're entering tall territory. Sports like basketball, volleyball, rowing, high jump are exactly made for you. At this height, you have longer limbs, and long limbs create longer reach and bigger leverage. That's an enormous competitive advantage. People are more likely to assume you're confident, even if you're painfully shy. Studies consistently find taller people are rated as more dominant and more capable during first impressions. But as I said, being tall is not always good. You likely discovered these in your daily life. Airplanes hate you, cars hate you, and legroom becomes a luxury. This is where being tall starts becoming inconvenient. You're exceptionally memorable. You naturally stand out in crowds, great for professional sports that reward reach. But you struggle with finding clothes, beds, cars, door frames. And statistically, taller people have a higher risk of certain cancers. One possible reason is surprisingly simple. More body means more cells. More cells mean more opportunities for mutations.